What's up, guys? Welcome. A little quick current astrology report here with Mika. The new moon, I have the chart here, is coming basically. There goes Mika. Basically, tomorrow night. I think it would be like around midnight or even Monday morning, for New York, and like 11 p.m. for yeah 11 p.m. for LA. And here in Europe, Eastern Europe, it's gonna be at 9 a.m. But basically, it's very interesting because Saturn, the planet of karma, the planet of restriction, the planet of in this sense, it's giving real grit and determination. Real good for. It's basically a really good time for to have a new moon in Pisces, right? With Saturn right on that, it creates what's called an eye pattern, right? So you have Pluto, which is sextiling Venus, right? Exact, which is very good. And then in the middle of those, called midpoint, you have the new moon with Saturn. So it's a really nice energy for any type of new beginning. Um, any type of new beginning. There can also be a lot of passion, like because a new moon is already about new beginnings. But I'm talking about like for example, it's kind of funny because I just have this human design book out, and it's not the new moon yet, but it's almost like a perfect example, right? Utilizing the organizational skills that Saturn gives you, mixed with the energy of the new moon in Pisces, right? Which is by itself, Pisces is a sign of spirituality, the sign of deeper wisdom, of deeper, of mysticism and all that. With that solidity of Saturn, I always talk about how whenever I see Capricorn in Pisces, like in a chart, I always just um, find the most interesting people. And that's why there's so many of the Capricorns that are watching this, that are into astrology, that are really or that have Neptune conjunct their sun. So yeah, it's very important to understand that the Venus sextile Pluto energy is going to give lots of passion and lots of ability, like for anything that you start on this new moon or around this new moon. Obviously, the closer the better. You you can really, or any intentions you can set, can really be set in stone. And there's a very strong energy of continuing them. Not that you're gonna have to, because Pisces can be wishy-washy. So of course, um, you know, Saturn adds like a level of practicality to that. Yeah, and besides that, let's see, where did the chart go? Yeah, so I think it's really about hard work, and how you can combine Capricornian hard work, Saturnian hard work with your imagination, which is what Pisces is, right? Pisces, like I'm Pisces myself, so I would know, like, and very Piscean people, they have the most vivid imaginations, right? That's one of the probably the thing I think Pisces has. Aquarius also great imaginations, but it's different, right? Pisces to me is the most imaginative sign. Like it just is. I mean, Pisces and Aquarius, I would say, in one, but they're different types of imagination, right? But and then Gemini also, I think, can be quite imaginative at times as well. And but yeah, it's a sign of the dreamer. It's a sign of the mystic, the dreamer. And sometimes what Pisces energy can do is that it can create goals that are too much, or that they're really amazing goals, but they don't have that, they're like their opposite sign Virgo, that step by step basis to really put them into action and continue them, right? So this new moon, the beauty of it is that it's in the peaceful sign of Pisces at the start of Pisces, um, and it combines that Earth Saturn energy with that dreamy Pisces energy. So there's a big potential, if you did want to get into something different, like me with human design. It's just random that I got the book today, and I picked it up and just started reading it. But yeah, it's just it's also it's great for like persistence, patience. So yeah, I think that the Venus and Pluto sextile, the fact that it's creating this eye, it looks like an eye, the aspect pattern, it brings out the best of Saturn. You know, the best of Saturn is hardworking, determined, grit, not too hard on yourself. Pisces is a sign already that does kind of need a kick in the butt. So that's why you know, a normal, if this was just like say like a normal a regular new moon with no conjunctions, right? Whenever you have a conjunction of especially an outer planet in the new moon, it takes on, and instead of being just like a Pisces new moon, you can think of this as like a Pisces slash Capricorn. I mean, it's more Pisces obviously, but it's like, you know, Saturn being Capricorn, it's kind of like a Pisces slash Capricorn new moon. You know, like you have to like it'd be like Pisces and then in parentheses Capricorn twist. So yeah, it's like really Capricorn is and Saturn is rock. It's about being able to actually take the Piscean imagination, um, start something new, new moon, and put it into physical form and continue. And it's a great time for, you know, finding new passions and starting new passion projects that can ultimately turn in, you know, to like I always say, like whenever, you know, I guess it's like a lot of different times in chart readings, but you know, there's different alignments, like for example, like lots of Capricorn in the fifth house that I always see them always like, you know, this person, I'm nearly always correct, like, you know, is finding a way to make their work or make what they do for fun. It's not the only way. There's a lot of different alignments that can show this, but you know, they're finding a way to make what they do for fun their work, right? Like I have the fifth, like in Placidus fifth house Capricorn, and you know, I definitely, you know, make my like this is fun for me what I do, the astrology. It's like it's legit, like it's just fun. Like I learned it for fun and then I got really good at it and then I realized I could help people with it and you know, just kept learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and now who knows? I don't like to like this might be like a quick tip. This is kind of just how I do things. Like when I start something, I usually don't really like to talk about it because like I don't like to put that pressure on myself. Like even with human design, like I don't know, maybe I'll just read like a few pages, you know? Like I trust my grit and my determination. So it's not like a cop out, right? It's like if I really like it, I'm gonna read this whole book and you know, and I don't even want to say in. Like maybe it takes me 6 months, you know, maybe I'm just too busy and I can only read a few pages here, a few pages there. Maybe I get obsessed with it and I finish in 2 days or one day. You know, I've read books in a day before. Like it's not like if I get obsessed with something, I'll just read it and won't stop. Like no breaks, just finish this book. You know, ultra speed. But I once did that too in a macroeconomic book, which is a wild time. But yeah, anyways, so that's kind of my 2 cents on this whole energy. Yeah, it's the Saturn is still in Aquarius, so it's like the last new moon before it moves into Pisces. So you know, it can definitely be kind of your last, yeah, your last big hit of that Saturn. So if you had your Saturn return in the in if your Saturn is in Aquarius and you have your Saturn return, or if you're like me and you've had your Saturn return in Capricorn, then you'd be leaving Sad Sati or whatever it's called. I can never say it right. Is it March 8th? I think when Saturn moves into Pisces. So yeah, it's like a new beginnings, right? So embrace it, find something you're passionate about, and just get started. All right, later, guys.